The most important day of E3 2014 is usually the Monday before the convention hall opens. Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo all have conferences or briefings for the press that reveal all of the biggest and best for the coming years. This year was no exception, and each had something a little bit special. Here's Vince with his take on Sony's conference.
Sony had quite a show to follow after last year's first-round knockout, and while the games shown mostly looked interesting, there was more marketing speak this year as they tried to spin the less tangible strengths of the PlayStation platform in lieu of any massive first-party AAA games this calendar year outside of Little Big Planet 3. Uncharted 4 got the pop you'd expect, but revealing that No Man's Sky would debut on PS4 as a timed exclusive was probably the biggest surprise. Whenever things meandered into TV and services, the audience checked right out, keeping Sony's conference from impressing quite like last year's. But when games were the focus, Sony was stronger than ever.
Now that we've heard from the Sony side, let's talk about Microsoft. They also had a fantastic press conference this year, revealing exclusives and keeping the presentation focused on gaming. Here's Mitch with his take on Microsoft's conference.
Microsoft came out swinging at E3 2014, committing fully to its promise of a new focus for Xbox. Games, games, and more games. For 90 minutes, we heard about nothing but betas, exclusive content, first on Xbox indie games, and a variety of really incredible titles to look forward to for the next year and beyond. The Microsoft media briefing was everything Xbox One needed to remind people that, hey, this is a rad console, and you don't even need to pay for Kinect to own it.
And finally, Nintendo. They had a lot to talk about this year, and here's Brian with his take.
Nintendo killed it this year. Instead of awkward stage shows and pre-rendered trailers, Nintendo cut the fat and flash of the usual E3 press conferences from their competitors and focused on gameplay. We had our worries going in that Nintendo's digital event would lack the excitement of a traditional stage show presented to a live, cheering audience, but games like Mario Maker, The Legend of Zelda, Splatoon, and Super Smash Bros. Quickly silenced our fears. It made the clapping crowd and talking PR person methods from their competitors seem downright archaic and unnecessary.
Now that we've heard from our experts, we want to know what you think about the conferences. Did Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo have the best? Let us know by casting your vote now.